Hey everyone, it's Natalie with AngelicLoveandgrace.org. Today I wanted to come on and do something a little different. I wanted to talk about racism, police brutality in the Black community, and my first experience with racism. Now, not until I graduated high school did I get to find out what racism really was. I was oblivious. It was a whole complete different world to what I was accustomed to. I grew up in a city in Massachusetts where every single person, every single race, whether you were disabled or not, Black, white, Hispanic, brown, purple, yellow, we all mingled. So after I graduated high school and left that city, it became real. Racism still exists. Now, I try to put myself in a position where I don't believe in hate crimes. I don't want to believe that there's negativity out there. I don't want to believe that people could be doing wrong. Just don't want to believe it. But every so often, reality hits me in the face that I'm still Black. Racism still exists. Now, my first experience with racism was I was working at a pharmacy, and I'll never forget that day. I was pregnant, and I was scheduled at the drive-thru those hours. I was so pregnant to the point where I could not hand over the money to the lady outside the window, but I would have to put it into the little drawer to open it, and she would have to get the money herself. She dropped a penny on the floor and was upset that I wasn't able to reach over and get it for her. And from there, she told me to go back to Africa. I was emotional. I was very emotional. It hurt me to the core. It hurt me beyond what I could ever imagine. I don't think I can describe it. And it wasn't something that, it was surreal. Like, I was like, okay, I mean, I don't get it. Like, I was oblivious to the whole thing. But that was my first encounter with racism. After high school, I believe I was probably 18, 19. I was either between 18 to 20 years old when my first experience of racism happened. Now, I've always heard stories, but it became a different life when I left school and I started experiencing it myself. Another thing, as of lately and through my college years, a lot of Black people have been dying in the hands of law enforcement. The people we are supposed to feel safe with, the people we are supposed to call when we are in danger, the people who are supposed to protect each and every single one of us. Those people, they have been Now, it's hard. I don't want to put everybody in the same category because the same way that there's negative policemen, there are positive policemen. It's just as people. The same way that there's positive people out there, there are negative people out there. It does not matter your skin tone, your race, etc. If you have an evil thinking, then evil you will do. But it hits different when it's the people that's supposed to be protecting you. Now, even if these people were Black, white, I'm talking about law enforcement, we have a duty, or you have a duty, to the people you are serving and protecting. And there's no doubt about it, you guys. I am not oblivious that there are criminals out there. There are criminals. There are people that deserve to go to jail. There are people that go above and beyond and disrespect law enforcement. And I'm not condoning, whether black or white, you should have respect for people. You should have respect for the cops. You should have respect. So there's no doubt about it, you guys. I am not defending anybody who is on the end of the spectrum where they feel like they can disrespect law enforcement, disrespect authority in general. Because there are some people who go above and beyond to prove that they're big and mighty. When the cop tells you to stop, you stop. You know, you follow the rules. I'm talking about the people who are actually doing what they're supposed to do, who have no means of doing anything else because they are arrested, handcuffed, laying face down on the ground, and still getting mistreated. It leads you to think something else. It leads you to think in a negative aspect. It leads you to think, wow, who can I really trust? I mean, the people that are supposed to be protecting me are the same people killing me and hurting me. Now, it's major in the black community. It is. It's very major because we fought. A lot of people have fought all their lives to get to a place of integrity. Now, sometimes people don't realize that when it's embedded in your blood to make you feel like you are less than, that you are nothing, that you cannot accomplish anything, because as slaves, that's the mentality that was embedded in us, that our only purpose was to work hard at that, and still be treated like we are worth nothing. Be used for our resources, our talents, but after that, we weren't worth anything. Coming from that kind of slavery mindset, that upbringing that is embedded in most of our DNAs, especially people who are first generation in America, is something that is mind-boggling. To break those generational traumas is something that's even more mind-boggling. When a black man is sitting in his home and a police officer feels like he is suspect and goes in and shoots the man with no real reason. When a man is face down, handcuffed, and he can't breathe, and is being stomped on, that makes you think. When a black man gets pulled over, has a licensed gun, and still gets killed because they think that he's going to retaliate, that makes you think. When a kid with a hoodie walks to the corner store to get some Skittles and soda and is followed by somebody who's supposed to be protecting the neighborhood, but based off assumptions, think that this kid is going to hurt somebody, and the kid dies, that makes you think. When you are a mother with children, a mother of color at that, you are worried for your son. Our husbands, our cousins, our brothers, they're supposed to be protecting us. And if there's decent black men out there who are getting killed, where does that leave us? We must not be in denial of the real issues that are going on. And to think that some people feel threatened because black people are protesting. And I'm not talking about people cursing at people. Nobody deserves to be cursed at. Nobody deserves to be yelled at. So with all due respect to all the police officers out there who are doing what is right, who is standing by the nation, who are standing by the nation, this is not a message for you. And to the Black people who are doing what they're supposed to be doing, who are protesting in positive ways, who are not rebelling or going to break things down, who are not doing criminal acts, I am not defending that behavior. Not at all. I am defending the people who are doing what they are told, but are still getting killed. Now, there's so many things wrong with a lot of things in the world. And in 2020, I could have hoped that it wouldn't be led down to this. We wouldn't still be needing to have these conversations. But it exists. We exist. I exist. And because I am pro-Black, or because I want Black Lives Matter, it doesn't mean that I'm anti-white, anti-Mexican, anti-Hispanic, anti-Asian. No. But if there are injustices, they need to be outspoken. They need to be spoken about. It's just what it is. And if we don't stand, if we don't speak, if we don't peacefully protest, where would our voice, why have our voice? Why is it okay for us to silence ourselves and not be able to speak upon what is happening? No. Each and every one of us has a voice. Our slavery days are over. We are able to stand up for people. We are able to speak our minds. What happens when the bully keeps bullying and the victim stays silent because they don't want to get bullied anymore? The bully gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to keep up the positivity in our community. We need to do better with ourselves so that in return, we are getting the respect that we need and that we deserve. We need to heal these generational traumas. We need to heal these bad habits. We need to do better. Black lives matter. All lives matter. Law enforcement matters. The justice system matters. But Black people need to be innocent until proven guilty. Not guilty and then maybe proven innocent. And even when you are innocent, you are still guilty. We can no longer live in a system like that. And we have to be able to speak up for one another, defend one another, be there for one another when we are doing what is right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments. I would love to engage. Thank you so much. Before we end, I just want to take a few seconds to have a moment of silence for the people who have died.